The carpet's been stripped back. We use masking tape on the carpet to mark out where we're going to be cutting our lines. And we've left some of the underlay on just to keep the warmth in the house underneath the wardrobe. So we've left channels where the bearers will go. You don't necessarily have to, but I think it's good practice to keep as much insulation as you can. And where you can see the bare floor, that is where the bearers are going to run through. So this set of bearers, they run all the way to the wall. And this set of bearers runs all the way up to the first set of bearers just there. So that is the job, just to level these bearers up with packers. We've got a few bags of packers here, and we've got our bearers and our drills, so that's what we're going to be doing now. So the way I put these packers down is I just put one at a time down. Here we go, start with an 18mm, no bigger than a 30mm screw for the first packer. And I'm going to do that in every point where the load has been taken. And then from that point I'm going to build up with more packers. So for example, I put a couple more on there. Build up my levels, all different sizes, until I get all these packers level. Then I just place the bearers on top, screw them to the packers. Every packer I do from now on, I'm going to be using 50s rather than 30s. I've got the wrong box there, but it's a box of 450s. Okay, so we're at the point where we've cut the strips back. We've put down the packers, seal the blocks, they've all been levelled up. See the red level resting on them, so that far corner, like I said, it's the high point. I've levelled across all my packers, and then levelled from back to front, using this technique as well. And every spot that you see is maybe a division of a wardrobe, so let's look here. This is the plan of the wardrobe. So this division here would be this set of packers here. So we put a pack everywhere there is a division. For example, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, and one at the end. And now we have got all of those level, we're just going to screw the bearers down to the packers. So this is what it should look like once it's complete, all levelled up, ready to put the carcasses on now, so completely level. And the floor wasn't too far out, sort of like 8mm out, a bit more down this end than this end, but overall it's nice and level now. And you can see where the masking tape was, that's where all my packers have gone, and that is where all the load is being taken. So for example, on the left, that's a side, that's a division, that's a division, division, side, and any of the carpet is going to get covered when we put our plinth detail down, and that is going to get covered with our cheek. So now to build our carcasses. Okay, so now we need to put the units together, and that's what Sean's starting on now. Quite a small room, so we've got to get 4 units in here. So we start with the biggest unit first, put it on the bearers, next one up, put it on the bearers, and carry on until we got to the smallest unit, and hopefully we'll have enough space on the floor to do those last 2 units. This one's a relatively straightforward one, top, bottom, 2 sides, centre backing, 1 in, 2 this side, 1 this side, and we'll start screwing them together. We're on the second carcass. We need to give it a little polish just before we put it in, so once it's fitted there is no cleaning up. Once he's done that, we're going to put the backing on and get that into place. Which unit is this, Sean?
This is a unit, it's going
so in that,
this corner.
Yeah, we've got to go in this corner. We're going by sizes, so we're going for the next biggest one, and then there'll be one there, and then there'll be one here. So this unit needs a socket cut out. That socket in the corner, this one's getting blanked up. Carcass number 2 in. We've got a cheek going down the side, there's the socket cut out, and we've made it bigger at the bottom because at the bottom of all sockets you've got that hard bit, so we always drop that hole down about 30mm. It's all been sanded up ready. So this one left to go, and now this one. We'll do the biggest one first, and then the next one up. Okay, so in here, all units are together now. And Sean is just fixing the units to the bearers. We've had to put a cleat at the top to join these top units together. At the bottom it's fine because we just screwed those into the bearers. Like I said, there's nothing else to fix into at the top, so the cleats. So once all these are screwed together, we'll start measuring out for the trims. Cheek on that side, cheek on this side, and then doors. So there's the draw runners being screwed to the cheek. That cheek will go on this side here where the door is going to be. On this side there's no need for a cheek because there's no door being hung. So those runners are being screwed directly to the actual division. Once he's finished that side, he's going to screw this cheek onto the side of the wardrobe just there. And then while he's doing that, I'm going to be cutting the sides. So there's one large cheek here and then there's another one down the side. Cut it to width and then scribe around the skirting board. It's been scribed, it's relatively parallel. The only change was at the bottom where it went in a little bit and at the top by 2mm. But at the bottom I just need to do a little skirting detail right at the bottom here. Cut out the skirting. And then it's ready to have the arras taken off so the siliconing is nice and crisp, and then we'll get it in place. Right, so all the trims are in now. So look, you can see the side cheek on this side. Top trim in. Top trim up the top there. Side cheek. Bottom trim. Another bottom trim. We've got the pull-out shelves in, so the drawer runners on the left-hand side, and then on the right-hand side there was a drawer cheek to pack out the shelves, so they missed the door. And then we've got a corner piece here as well for the corner door to work. So we put an 18mm strip on the side and then a 25mm piece on the front. And that is what our door is ultimately going to be. So now to hang all the doors. Right, so on the last two doors now, they've all been hinged and we're just going to hang them the same process as we always do. On a packer at the bottom, onto the underside of the carcass, and then the 3mm up against the carcass face. Bloody light. And we're going to do that for the remaining two, and then all we need to do is put some push catches on, polish up, silicone, and job done. All the doors on now, push catches have just been fitted. Just going around and putting some silicone in the joints at the top. And that is what you call a wrap.